Today we are making some hot cocoa. You're going to need 1/3 cup of cocoa mix, 3/4 cup of sugar, 3/4 teaspoon of vanilla extract, 1/3 of a cup of water, a pinch of salt, half a cup of creamer, and then 3½ cups of milk. First, you're going to start by adding the water and bringing it to a boil. It shouldn't take very long, it's not much water. While that's coming to a boil, it might be a good idea to go ahead and mix your dry ingredients together. So, like your cocoa, your sugar, and of course, your pinch of salt. You're going to want to mix those together. See, it's already coming to a boil. I'm going to lower the temperature. And add in your mix. And so you want to stir it until it comes to a boil. A very easy boil, hopefully. You gotta get all the leftovers out. And there we go. One of the key things you gotta remember, you don't want it to start sticking to the saucepan or really anything except for the spoon. And you also don't want it to burn or scorch, depending on where you come from. It could be in either terminology. It's about ready. I say let it simmer for about 2 minutes. You lower the temperature a lot. Like you put it on like your 1 or 2 setting or your very low setting. And it smells really good too. I mean, if it wasn't scorching hot, I'd probably want to taste it right now. But it's probably scorching hot. I mean, it's boiling. Alright. Let that sit for about 30 seconds, well, long enough for you to grab your milk. And you carefully pour in your milk. Look at how beautiful this is. And take up the heat back up a little bit, and you let it get hot. You don't want it to boil because when milk boils, it makes like these little curds in it. I forget what the terminology is, but it's basically when the fat and the milk itself start to separate. See, I used 2% milk. Typically, you'll want to use whole milk if you have that around. That should still taste good. How do you know when your milk gets hot? Usually you do get a little bit of vapor coming off of it. This does take a while. Nothing like watching milk boil. And getting a wild cat hair out of your milk. If you look around the edges, you'll see that there's a lot of bubbles forming. It tells you that it is getting quite hot. And when the bubbles start doing this, what they're doing now, where they're popping up a few places, that's when you want to lower the heat, because that is when it's starting to get ready to boil. As you can see, it was definitely ready. So I'll give it another quick stir. And then we're going to move it from the heat. Let it cool down just a little bit. Stir it a little bit more, and then we're going to add our vanilla. Every little drop counts. See, the vanilla is actually extremely important because if you don't add it, it doesn't sweeten it up as much as you'd think it would. Like, you'd think that like almost a cup of sugar would be a great sweetener, but no, the vanilla does a lot of the work. I've made some before, I forgot to add this vanilla and it tasted horrible. Now, some suggest pouring it into like 4 separate mugs to help it cool down into the different, so it cools down to its drinking temperature for the creamer. But I like to live dangerously. There you go, you have hot chocolate. This will feed, or I guess help fill the thirsting need of roughly 4 people. But if you're like me and my family, it's really only to do 2, because we like seconds and thirds and fourths. So this really could just be 1 person for all you know.